Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today we are going to be looking at some 5-star reviews of books that I hated. So I'm generally quite a generous rating person, I think, and reader, and I think I know my taste quite well, so I do tend to read books I like. But occasionally I come across a book I hate or really don't like, and yeah, I feel like I haven't talked about them for a while on my channel, so if you're a new subscriber then you're about to find out. But there are a couple of books which are absolutely on my shit list. The first one of which is the Dresden Files by, I was about to say by Harry Dresden, they are not by Harry Dresden. They are by Jim Butcher. The first book being Stormfront. So the first series I read by Jim Butcher was the Codex Alera, and I actually really liked that series. And then I read The Aeronaut's Wilderness, which I also really liked. So then I was like, obviously I like this author, so I'm going to read Stormfront. And it was the shittiest book. It is so, like, the main character, Harry Dresden, is just intolerable. He's like so misogynistic and chauvinistic and just bleh. And there's so much objectification of women. There's one scene where he's like talking to a reporter and he's literally staring down her top at her boobs. Yeah, anyway. So I've got my laptop on Goodreads. I've just been looking up 1-star reviews of books I loved. So now we're doing the opposite. I think this one might be more infuriating. Okay. I can't believe this has like almost a 4-star rating. Okay, let's get some 5-star reviews. I have it as 2 stars, but I think I need to give it 1 star. But the problem is if I change it, it'll pop up on Twitter. Oh no, I've just clicked on 1 star. 5 star. Okay, there we go. I bet it's all gonna be men. Okay, so the first review is by Patrick Rothfuss. I mean, I can see why he likes it. I started with the TV series. I had no idea this was a TV series. Interesting. Okay, the first book in the Dresden Files series, I found this quite exciting. It felt like being picked up by a slightly crazy person, pulled through a labyrinth by your shit, all while having not one creature but many, trying to kill the person, dragging you along with them. You're in for a ride, and the main character is definitely a man without a plan. He's a man without any sort of moral scruples whatsoever. He seems like a decent guy. He absolutely does not seem like a decent guy. I think Harry Dresden is just completely intolerable. I don't know if it was just the narrator making him seem even more interesting. It seems like a lot of these reviews mention a TV series, so it seems like there is apparently a Dresden Files TV show. Okay, this one says there seems to be a general acknowledgement that the first 3 of the books, but the series gets better over time. But why would you read a series where it doesn't start getting good until book 3 or 4, and you have to get through these terrible sexist books first? Who knows? Oh, Bob! Okay, this book mentions Bob, and I remember Bob, and he is a doorknob that is obsessed with boobs. That is all I can say. Like a sentient talking doorknob, and all he talks about is women and boobs, and it is just completely ridiculous. But yeah, I feel like if you want to absolutely read a book and just roast it in your head, or if you have a channel, roast it on your channel, it is quite a good book for that, because there are so many completely ridiculous things. The lead character is funny and charismatic. No, he is not. I feel like I found Harry totally relatable. That's a red flag. That is a red flag. Harry has encounters with a vampire, demon, a dark sorceress, as well as a lovesick journalist. The journalist is not lovesick. He is just wants to stare down her chest. Harry Dresden is without a doubt a unique character. I will agree with that. He's certainly unique. Well, unfortunately, maybe actually he's not unique. He is a product of fantasy sexism, because I feel like, well, fantasy books nowadays are actually pretty good. I've not read any recently that have been like horrific, but some older fantasy books are bad. Okay, let's actually look at some 1-star reviews of this, because I think they'll be funny as well. Okay. The main character, these are 1-star reviews now, so the main character is some kind of emotionally, I'm not going to say the word, but begins with R. Uber geek's idealised life. He lives in a basement and a sub-basement. He always wears a black duster and cowboy boots, even though he's wearing sweats and a t-shirt. He has an abnormally large alley cat that he likes to drink Coke and doesn't get violently ill from the caffeine. The cat likes to drink Coke. He can't get anywhere with women for no reason at all. The first woman that broke his heart he actually killed, but for good reasons. I mean, she was evil. I could go on and on. The protagonist of this story is an immature wiener. He is a walking, talking cliche. I feel like that's not actually his worst traits. His worst traits is he just completely stupid. No, his worst trait is that he just, hates women. But not even in like a hates, he likes them but doesn't respect them type thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull any punches. This book is a misogynistic piece of shit. Yeah, the main character, Harry Dresden, repeatedly tells us he is chauvinist, yes, and shows no signs of wanting to change that. Yeah, but a level of narrative endorsement of his viewpoint nauseated me. Yeah. The female characters in the book are only there to cry, seduce, and occasionally mother. Agree with that. That's definitely a good review, I feel like. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to The Black Prism, which is another book on my hit list of being a horrifically sexist fantasy that is shockingly popular. Same with Stormfront. But I just don't understand how people. I think the character Kip, who is I think the main character, is, I feel like The Black Prism has more. I like it slightly more than Stormfront. So maybe I will leave this one on 2 stars. But yeah, the main character Kip is horrific. To be fair, he's like a 15-year-old boy, so maybe some of the thoughts he has are accurate to what a 15-year-old boy would think. But why do we need to read that? And also, like, there's a scene where he's getting assassinated and he literally falls like face first into the assassin's boobs. And just what was the point of that? And like there's a scene as well where there's a really horrifically fat phobic scene as well, which was bad. Yeah, anyway. The Black Prism is an absolute work of art. I don't think so. The world building is exceptional. The magic system is complex and yet easy to understand. I will give it the magic system is good. The characters are well crafted and masterfully developed. I do not agree with that at all. The real gem of the book, though, if I had to explain what epic fantasy means, The Black Prism would be my example. I think it is epic fantasy. I will give it that. But the characters are just... Not to mention how beautiful all the visualizations are. Okay, I know this is probably talking about the like light magic, but like all I can think about is the like descriptions of the women. This is a 5-star review. It says, I absolutely love the smartass Kip the Lip (brackets fat kid whiner turned badass). I feel like that is in itself problematic, that sentence, and just tells you everything you need to know about why Kip is a terrible character. Yeah, like it's just feeding into the trope of like, yeah, fat phobia and yeah, I just don't like it. Gavin Gale, I feel like, I don't know if my review is even Gavin Gale couldn't save this book for me, because I will give it, he is a good character. Yeah, none of these books mention the fact that there's virtually no good female characters, and there's like 3 female characters killed off in the first 50 pages. I feel like this is the kind of book where if you've never like read fantasy before and you like and you think you'd like fantasy, and you would read it and you would like it, but you wouldn't realise that actually there's a lot better fantasy out there. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, see, this is talking about, like, describing the characters: Gavin Gal, the prism and most interesting man in the world, and Karis, Gavin's smoking hot bodyguard with mad skills and a bruised heart. So even in this review, it's talking about the male character is interesting, the female character is smoking hot. Like, can't people see that that's not, like, I don't know. Anyway, there's also a misguided student who has Kip drooling all over her. Like, why are we in 2022? Well, I guess this review was written in 2016, but still, why are we only describing women characters as how the male characters are attracted to them? Honestly. Okay. I also appreciated that Weeks made warrior women so prevalent in his Blackguard and throughout the world that his central female warrior character didn't stand out just because she was a woman who could fight. She stood out because of so many fierce and beautiful and simply better and badder than many of her compatriots. That's feminism right there. Okay, I have to say, did you read the book? Because the female characters, although sometimes there are warrior characters, they are not described like in the same way as the male warrior characters. They are completely like over-sexualized, and it's definitely like, I don't think it's quite not quite like Not Other Girls. It's like they're kind of like they're warriors to fulfill a fantasy rather than they're warriors for their own merit type thing. I don't know. Yeah. What's going on here? Okay, someone says, instead, I will tell you, this is still a 5-star, I will tell you however I felt throughout the book. One of the main objectives in reading is to think and feel something, right? A good book will make you think in circles or confusion or starbursts of inspiration. Black Prism had me thinking and feeling to such extremes that medication was called for. Valium, lithium and aspirin in turn. Lithium? Oh. Then they go on to talk about love-hate bipolar friendship with so many of the characters in this book. So I can only presume that this person probably has bipolar, because otherwise I don't know why they would be on lithium. And also Valium. So I think maybe what they're trying to say with that is aspirin because it's painful. First of all, I wouldn't recommend aspirin as a painkiller. If you're on aspirin, low dose aspirin for cardiovascular prevention. But it's not the best as a pain. Well, it is good as a painkiller, but I think it has like there's studies and stuff which shows side effects and things. But anyway, Valium I think is that a benzodiazepine? Yeah, diazepam. It's not a drug you should be relying on, especially not reading books. If a book makes you take diazepam, then maybe don't read it. And yeah, lithium. Well, that review has certainly entertained me. Pure evil genius. Why is it evil genius? I don't know. I think one slightly good plot twist. Okay, Kip, as he first comes across, lovable deepest and comic relief of the series, he does not come across like that. I don't know, I just hated him. Well, you know what other character? So my 3 most hated characters are Harry Dresden, Kip, and let's do it, Name of the Wind, Kavoth. But I actually, Name of the Wind, I think I gave like 3 stars or 3.5 stars or something. It's not a terrible book. It definitely has its merits. But Kavoth as a character is not it. I still haven't read The Wise Man's Fear, and I do actually want to read it because apparently there's this weird sex fairy demon thing, which I just have to know what that's about. And I think The Wise Man's Fear, a lot of people don't actually like. So it could be entertaining, but it's a long book, so I don't know. But yeah, those 3 characters are my most hated characters. And just so you know, I don't hate men. And quite a lot of my favourite characters are actually men, so yeah. They are like Adeline, Kaladin. Who else? I feel like I'm drawing blanks here, but never beating the allegations. Also Leo from Age of Madness. There's loads of male characters I love. Okay. Oh, Petrick's given it 5 stars. I do like Petrick, and his usually has good taste. Praising the writing, and it is a good writing, I will give it that. It's a character-driven book, so I think that's fair. So because I didn't like Kvothe, I then didn't like the book. I wish there was a way to search reviews, because I basically just want the reviews which talk about Kvothe. So this is saying, like, without Rothfuss's prose, The Name of the Wind would probably receive 2 or 3 star rating from me at most. So I think the prose is definitely a highlight, and I think if I didn't like the prose as well as not liking Kvothe, it would have been 1 star. This is a bit harder than looking up 1-star reviews, because a lot of people are just like gushing, and I don't know, it's always hard to like criticize people's gushing. I don't know, it's like if you enjoyed it, then you enjoyed it. Okay, this one is describing Kvothe. So, at the same time, he's a godlike figure, an amazing musician, a skilled fighter, a powerful magician. One moment he's commanding and chillingly masterful, the next he's doing vast bidding and fetching food and cutting wood for others. I expect it's his contradictions and complexities that draw me to him. So, the fact that Kvothe, this is why I don't like him, because he just can do no wrong in his like own eyes or the author's eyes. Like, he's obviously like a not self-insert, but like a I don't know, just like he's just good at everything, and it's just annoying. Like, I don't know how to say it, because I like characters that are like good at things, but just the way it's like, I don't know, it's just annoying. Okay, see, the authors reviewed it, and I think it's fair, authors reviewing their own books and giving them 5 stars, but like this review just annoyed me. It's like, I kind of like this book, but my opinion on the matter probably shouldn't be trusted. I don't know, that's just annoying. But then maybe I just don't like the author. Oh, so many book reviews that I really like are giving it 5 stars. Honestly, guys. I will say though that if someone if someone's given Name of the Wind 5 stars, I would not judge them. If someone gives Stormfront 5 stars, I might judge them. Okay, what is going on here? That doesn't matter though, because this book has one of the best romances I've read in fantasy. Where? Where was the romance? There's like a tiny romance, like with Diana, but that is not like, it's not a good romance. They literally like kiss once or something, or have sex once. It's just not. It's not what I would call a romance, even, really. Romance subplot maybe, but not good. Read some better books, or better romance books. There's so much better like fantasy. Like, I would not read The Name of the Wind for the romance. Everyone's just, a lot of people sad the next book's out. That's the thing. I think I probably might read when the next book comes out, I might read the Wise Man's Fear. Maybe, we'll see. But I feel like my reading tastes have changed since then. People slagging off other fantasy books because they're not as good. I didn't see why, when you like enjoy a book, you don't need to slag off other books. Anyway, okay, we'll leave it there because I'm just taking way too much time. So I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I had quite a lot of fun. Oh, I love roasting some characters. But yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments maybe a book you hated, because I always love a bit of drama. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope everyone is having a really great day, and I will see you next time.